Hello everybody, welcome to iExamB's Legal Bee. This is Amrita, your law faculty here at iExamB. Embrace the iExamB learning experience with us. If you're preparing for any competitive examinations after your law, then you are at the right place. Don't forget to subscribe to Legal Bee and stay updated with all the relevant videos which will help you in your exam preparation. Content as well as strategic preparation videos you can get here at Legal Bee. You can also check out the demos of our online courses available on our website www.iexamby.com. कोई भी queries हो, reach out to us by writing us an email on hello@iexamby.com or call us on the number 9205524028. You can write to us in the comment section of this video as well. Download our app for 50% faster job preparation. I have started descriptive answer writing preparation videos and this is the next video of my series. अगर आपने बाकी के videos miss कर दिए हैं then do check it out in the playlist of Legal Bee. In these videos I discuss with you all question as well as sample answers with respect to them. How to write descriptive answers, what are the important points which you have to consider, and that depends upon the topics, upon the questions and the word limit. So all these things are being covered in these videos. If you have missed, you can check it out in the playlist. आज के वीडियो में हमारा क्वेश्चन होगा relating to IBC. Question number 14 is being discussed in this video. Who may initiate the corporate insolvency resolution process under IBC, that is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code? सेबी ग्रेडी लीगल ऑफिसर एग्जामिनेशन में डिस्क्रिप्टिव आंसर्स में आईबीसी से ये बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. सो इससे रिलेटेड आंसर ज़रूर देखिएगा. मैं सजेस्ट करूँगी कि आप अपने आंसर्स फ्रेम करके भी कंपेयर कर सकते हैं एंड कोई भी क्वेरीज हो तो आप हमें रीच आउट कर सकते हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ कोर्स यू हैव टू स्टार्ट विद एन इंट्रोडक्शन. IBC provides a structured framework for the initiation of corporate insolvency resolution process that is known as CIRP, ensuring that the process is triggered by relevant parties and under specific circumstances of default. The initiation of the CIRP is a significant step in resolving insolvency situations, and the involvement of different stakeholders ensures a balanced approach to the process. CIRP के बारे में एक short introduction and then you can directly go to the crux of the question, that is, who may initiate the CIRP? Section 6 of IBC provides the list of persons who may initiate CIRP. Where any corporate debtor commits a default, they may initiate corporate insolvency resolution process in respect of such corporate debtor. Following persons may initiate CIRP. First one, financial creditor as per section 7. Section 7 bracket में लिख सकते हैं. Section numbers mention करने से it reflects that you have a thorough knowledge of the subject as well. A financial creditor, which includes banks, financial institutions and other entities that have extended financial debt to the corporate debtor, can initiate the CIRP. Second point, operational creditor, section 8 and 9. An operational creditor, which includes suppliers of goods and services to the corporate debtor, can also initiate the CIRP. They need to issue a demand notice to the corporate debtor for the unpaid operational debt, and if the debt is not paid or resolved within the stipulated time, they can approach the authority to initiate the process. Last point, corporate applicant, section 10. Corporate debtor itself or applicant can initiate the CIRP, which allows the corporate debtor to take control of its financial distress and propose a plan for its resolution. So these three categories you have to mention very clearly. Word limit की वजह से हमें यहाँ पे आंसर को स्क्वीज करना होगा, नहीं तो हम इसको और भी elaborate कर सकते हैं if the word limit is more. You can go into more details. Thus, the initiation of CIRP leads either to a revival of corporate debtors or the liquidation is called for in case revival is not possible. You can conclude with the point of time limit. Time limit is very important aspect. इसको आप conclusion में cover कर सकते हैं. It is important to note that timely completion of CIRP is a crucial aspect. It should ideally be completed within a time frame of 180 days as per section 12 clause 1 of IPC, which can be extended by an additional period of 90 days for valid reasons. The maximum time within which CIRP has to be mandatorily completed, including any extension or litigation period, is 330 days in total. So this shows that you have a complete knowledge of the timeline as well, and the process can be initiated by whom, जो क्वेश्चन में मेनली पूछा गया था वो आपने बहुत अच्छे से इस आंसर में एक्सप्लेन कर दिया होगा. In case of any queries, do reach out to us. Keep practicing, keep learning, and prepare for 50% faster with us at iExamB. Download our app from the Google Play Store and check out the full course access available on our app, even in online mode. Thank you everybody. Have a nice day.